For those unfamiliar with the Great Reset, let me tell you a bit about what they envision for our future. Now, this has been trending on Twitter for some time today, and it has to do with some kind of intersectional leftist, erasure of current capitalist systems. I got to be honest, I can't give you a very clean understanding of it, but they want to reset global capitalism because they do not like this consumerist culture that is destroying the planet. They say that COVID-19 is a great opportunity to start it. And who are these people? Why, it's the World Economic Forum. But on your screen, you see nothing. This is interesting. Today, as the Great Reset was trending on Twitter, the World Economic Forum deleted a video about you owning nothing in 2030 and being happy. To be completely honest, I could own nothing and be very, very happy. I mean, that's easy for me. I grew up with not a whole lot, so I'm kind of satisfied just chilling, go outside, climb a mountain or something, lay back, look at the stars. Sounds great, right? You know what they say, when you own too much stuff, eventually your stuff starts owning you, right? Well, let's talk about what the Great Reset is all about. Here you can see a whole lot of nothing, but you can see it's from Twitter, WEF. That's the World Economic Forum. Here's the actual video. Predictions for the world in 2030. This video is probably going to take too long for me to actually go through, but they'll say, you'll own nothing and you'll be happy based on the input of members of the World Economic Forum's Global Future Councils. Really? Here's another one. Whatever you want, you'll rent and it'll be delivered by drone. That I kind of don't necessarily believe. The U.S. won't be the world's leading superpower. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? A handful of countries will dominate. They're straight up saying it's going to be a one world government where you won't own anything. I love this. What do they say? You won't die waiting for an organ donor. That sounds pretty nice, right? Oh, the 3D. We won't transplant organs. We'll print new ones instead. Actually, that's true. I mean, that's just scientific research. That could exist. You'll eat much less meat. Look at this. It's like some kind of, it's very leftist. You don't want to eat meat. Okay. One world government will all come together and hold hands and you don't get to own anything. Okay. An occasional treat, but not a staple for the good of the environment and our health. Is this like PETA propaganda? What's going on? Here they say 1 billion people will be displaced by climate change. Will they now? We'll have to do a better job of welcoming and integrating refugees. Polluters will have to pay to emit carbon dioxide. Will they? There will be a global price on carbon that will help make fossil fuels history. This is in the world. You could be preparing to go to Mars. I mean, some are probably doing that now already. But look at all of these points being brought up by the World Economic Forum. It's all leftist positions. Scientists will have worked out how to keep you healthy in space. Okay, that one I'm totally fine with. The start of a journey to find alien life. I'm down. Western values will, look at this. Western values will have been tested to the breaking point. Western, huh? Checks and balances that underpin our democracies must not be forgotten. Really? And this is all part of 8? What else do they got for us? Is that it? That's it. Western values have been tested to the breaking point. As opposed to what? Eastern values? They really do oppose the Enlightenment? Listen, I'm not a big fan of consumerist culture. I don't like the idea of people just selling more. I don't like planned obsolescence. I like things to be built to last. I like progress, like working towards the stars, maybe post-scarcity in our future. Something like a Star Trek future or Starship Troopers, depending on who you ask. Starship Troopers, I'm half kidding, by the way. But I don't like pollution. I don't like environmental destruction. I don't like these companies that are like, we got to sell more. How many cars do we have on the road? Too many. Seriously, it's crazy, isn't it? You look at all these traffic jams and these auto industries, they have to keep producing. Now, I'll tell you this. We heard from the likes of Greta Thunberg when she was like, these fantasies of infinite economic growth. You can have infinite economic growth. It's called digital and virtual environments. You ever play like a little game on your mobile phone and you keep sending money to them for some reason? That's not necessarily generating more pollution. I get it. Data centers cost money, but you transferring that money is just for a concept in a game. We can produce abstract things that generate revenue, and we can keep growing our economy. It's just a normal part of human progression. I remember reading about the horse poop problem. Yep, you might be laughing saying, wait, what did you say? Horse poop? That's right. Horse poop. Back in the turn of the century in the 1900s, they were worried that so many people were going to have horses, there would be horse poop all over the streets. Eventually, too much. At this rate, what do we do? And the car was invented. And then they were like, oh, the poop's gone. Yeah, because horses would just like take dumps, you know? Okay, so now we have cars, and then we got an emissions problem. Now they're making electric cars, and electric cars probably still produce more emissions based on the total components of the vehicle, the batteries, and the electric they need. But times change. You don't need to just be like, what we're doing right now will destroy the world. Quick, destroy the world. You could literally just say, let's develop new technologies and, focus on this, subsidies. Maybe we're not doing it fast enough. And maybe the idea from the likes of the World Economic Forum is that there has to be some kind of guiding hand, otherwise we'll destroy ourselves. It's a very serious conundrum. I asked Alex Jones this. If we just carry on the way we are, will all of humanity be wiped out? And then for what? Do we just go through this grand adventure just to give it all up? What is the alternative? Giving up our souls, our individuality, our freedom to a machine because we're not smart enough? I don't know, man. I do think we need a mixed economy. We need the decentralized nature of a market economy, but we do need someone to play referee. The only challenge is I look to how this system is producing things. What do we get? Video games, food, a whole lot of it. Food we probably don't need, like too much, a lot of fat people, No disrespect to fat people, like you're free to live as you want. But isn't it a problem that humans have been developing so much more towards self-pleasuring instead of solving our actual problems? I certainly think so. But therein lies the serious challenge. Individual liberties or what? I think there's a happy medium. I think we can enact certain policies and we can create culture by encouraging people and championing things. We don't do that. Instead, what we get is TikTok culture of people dancing and drama and clapback videos. It's entertaining. We buy a bunch of food because it tastes good. We eat ice cream. And then our commercials promote unhealthy lifestyles. And instead of just saying, let's focus on creating a culture of people who are into something better, we get this weird garbage. Let's just mandate it and lock everything down and destroy the economy for the Great Reset. Here's my solution. Weird World Economic Forum people. How about you promote ideas and people that encourage us to move in the right direction instead of forcing people to do it? It's actually quite simple. Somebody could be, like sports, for instance, encourages people to be fit. Let's stop making commercials that encourage people to be unhealthy. I'm not going to call out any of these commercials specifically because I'm not trying to offend people. But, we got this whole body positivity thing. How are is this, I just don't buy it. I don't buy it. I don't think these people actually want to create a better world because the path to a better world is actually really simple. You see a person on TV, what are they being known for? You see a person on social media, what are they known for? For the most part, they're known for dumb things. Seriously, reality TV shows, mindless, numb entertainment. The Big Bang Theory. I don't think I offended anybody by slamming the Big Bang Theory, to be honest. We need to promote and encourage scientists. They don't need to be running our government, but we can promote the idea. We promote thinkers and academics, athletes. That's great. We do. The problem is, instead of just accepting that we can encourage things by making them cool and popular and promoting them, having movies where we celebrate cool ideas, going to the moon, rallied everybody in this country towards this project. We don't do that. We do it by mandate. It's not going to work. You're going to get a resistance. That's my problem with these people. I want clean environments. I want a better future. I don't like rampant consumerism. I want people to be happy, to succeed. And I don't mind if in the future we're all floating around in neoprene suits with jetpacks and we've got visors on. You can fly around in your anti-grav suit or whatever and you don't own anything. Fine, whatever. It has to come about through cooperation and will. People have to agree. You can't force them to do it. The fact that they have done nothing to try and encourage better behavior among people and inspire them to go to the stars. They've done the opposite. Says, I think they just want power and they're lying to manipulate people. Elon Musk inspires people to do cool things. He's just doing it. Do more of that. Instead, what do we get? Welcome to 2030. I own nothing, have no privacy, and life has never been better. That sounds terrible. We can have privacy when we choose and we need to. And it's okay if people forego it by tweeting things and posting photos. It's their choice. But we can encourage a better way of living. We can discourage pollution. We can encourage people to stop eating meat by offering them up alternatives to it and selling it. The Impossible Whopper went around for a while. Do better. Instead, they just say, you shouldn't eat meat. We're going to force you not to. Okay, great. Then don't be surprised when you get resistance, because as the leftist saying goes, respect existence or expect resistance. There are people who like eating meat. They're not going to stop. So what do? You just build culture around things that are cool. Instead, what are we getting? This weird intersectional authoritarianism, cult-like behavior. That is not a future anybody is going to enjoy. So these people with their good intentions are going to drive us into a cancel culture, violent future where we're all scared of each other. That sounds like a nightmare. Life has never been better. Oh, is that because he's forced to say it under penalty of imprisonment? Probably. I'll leave it there. Welcome to the Great Reset, everybody. Next segment's coming up tomorrow at 10 a.m. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you all then.